again. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Velvet Lounge. We have been jamming, enjoying ourselves, listening to some Lady Gaga, A Star is Born, starring her and Bradley Cooper. Amazing movie, you have to see it. But more so, we love Bohemian Rhapsody, saw that several times, and I can't wait until it comes on demand. I plan on watching it again. So anyway, I wanted to get back to you guys and show you what's been selling on eBay. Yes, it's been more than a minute. I apologize for not putting a new video out there for like the last couple of weeks, but as you know, it is the holiday season in the United States. So that means Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Diwali, whatever people celebrate. New Year's, obviously, for the nation will be coming up on the 1st of January. And of course, most of us celebrate on the 31st of December. But I've been wrapping gifts. I have been traveling with friends and family. I have been sourcing and doing a lot of contact and face-to-face time with some of the sources in our black book that we haven't contacted in a while. My husband and I, of course, have been spending tons of time together because our daughter is working on the law and doing great. What else? Still taking care of ourselves, eating right. I have to put some videos out there as far as our annual sweet potato pie. We actually have a video out there for that. Please take a look at it. Super easy to make with 9 ingredients, and it is amazing. As well as, all the other holiday stuff that's going on at this time of year. Plus, I have a lot of folks that take time off around this time, so it's a good time to catch up with people. But anyway, getting back to why I'm here, I'm going to make a couple of videos to show you guys what's been selling. So I'll start right now with this brooch. It is by Heidi Dawes. It's a dragonfly, and it's made of different color rhinestones, aka crystals, if some people want to call them that. It's a convertible brooch, which means that you can wear it as a brooch, but it also has the finding on the back so that you can wear it as a pendant on a necklace. So, and it's huge. It's about, I want to say, I'm going to take out the measuring tape here. Yeah, it's about 3 inches long. So it's a pretty big brooch. But it's not overly heavy, which is great. And it's signed by her. We have several of her pieces that we sold. And I think that we have 1 or 2 left. So yeah, that was great. Sold for $39, $7.95 to ship it. As you guys know, we do really well with our shipping and handling, so I won't go into all that detail. This is something I thought that was super interesting. This picture is ridiculous because I literally have lighting over my head, in my face, and it's still coming out dark. But if you could see this, then you would be able to see that these books are a green, like a Kelly green, from Ireland Kelly green, which is one of the greens that I love. And they're actually they're leather bound, and they're small. They're about maybe 3 inches tall, and they're medical doctor books for children. So there's all sorts of treatments for children, different concoctions you could put together. Obviously, these books, they're from 1924. So there are things such as using we know are poisonous to humans and animals and the environment. So there's definitely some information in these books you should not use. But they're great as far as just a historical reference and the way they're written. And these sold for $79.99. The books, I'm going to say, probably have an average of like 40 to 50 pages in them. So they're not big books at all. They're very small. I think I actually shipped them out first class. Or, yeah, I sent them out first class. So that, and of course, the feedback was great because I got there super quick. And the shipping I charged on those was $9.95 because I did take the time to individually package each one. The next thing that I sold, which we actually had this listed for a little while, so I was happy that someone finally figured out that they needed a penny farthing bicyclist. It's a mechanical brooch, which means that the wheels actually go around, so they move. And it's, once again, a pretty large brooch. This one I think was almost 3 inches or a little bit over 3 inches. And it's made of like a really, I don't know if it was like brass. I didn't think it was brass, but the metal was very unusual. It was definitely not gold. It was tested. But it was a cool metal, and this sold for $16.99 with $3.95 for shipping and handling. The next item that I sold, this says 5, but we had 2 lots of 5 available, and one person purchased both lots, so all 10 of these. They're hand blown, they're vintage, they're all marked Italy, and they're clips. They actually clip on to your Christmas tree or whatever decoration. Like you could put these on wreaths or whatever, and they don't light. The piece that you see here is actually made of glass and golden glitter, and these sold for $14.99 for a set of 5, and we sold 2 sets of 5, so that obviously is times 2, about $32 plus shipping and handling. And we discounted the second shipping and handling. I was able to wrap these really nice, and I actually put them in some extra gift boxes that we had and sent those out. This next item, so cool, so interesting. People will tell you that cassettes do not sell. Lying. Don't believe the hype. That's as good as my rap game gets. But they do sell, but yes, certain ones. So if you find classic rock that was originally put on a cassette, it's like the original cassette, not a remake of it, or rap cassettes, grunge music, psychedelic music, like if you have the New York Dolls, the Psychedelic Furs, The Cure, people want like that kind of stuff on a cassette. So the majority of the cassettes out there will sell for very little, but if you're lucky, and it's easy to get lucky, a lot of people, even like thrift stores, think that these have zero value, so you can get them for away. But this one sold for $16.99 plus $4.95 for shipping and handling. As you can see, this actually has the insert, but it also had this extra insert, which this is usually missing. So having this extra insert, which is almost the size of a poster, that added about $4, $5 of value to the listing. So that other thing, if all the extras are in there that were originally with a cassette, that adds value. So look for cassettes, and yes, they want them in working condition, so make sure you test them first. Next, we have some porcelain signs that we had for a while, and I finally started listing some of them, and we sold, I want to say like 4 or 5 of them so far, and I just picked one to show you. This is one that sold for $31.99 and $6.95 for shipping and handling. And yes, as you can see, the sign is weather worn, And there's a picture down here. Actually, you can see right here. It had a blue background, like the back of it is blue. And really cool about this sign are the square holes where you would attach it to the fence versus having the round holes. I thought that was pretty cool. Because some of these signs do not sell for very much, but because of the square holes, it did add value. And this, as you can see, sold for $31.99 plus $6.95 for shipping and handling. Next, I have a Jim Thompson floral print, black with it has like the black, as you can see in the background, 100% silk scarf. These are almost like art scarves. Like, people actually take these and frame them. They're fully signed. There's a picture of the signature here, but you can also see it right here. And they're hand painted. The quality, just the touch, the feel of it is pretty magnificent. And this one sold for $34.99. And it was $6.95 for shipping and handling. And just to let you guys know, obviously it's winter here in New England. So if you're shipping things, make sure you're making sure that they're waterproof as well. Envelope, make sure that you pack the item inside of a plastic sealable bag, then put it in your box or envelope, because it could end up in the snow or in the ice or in the water or in the rain, and that would suck. And I just thought of that because obviously with that being an art scarf, we had to make sure that it was appropriately packaged, not just thrown into a cheap mailer. So flip phones still sell. I don't know why people like flip phones still. I actually like it because I just like flipping the phone. But they still sell. If you find them, I would pick them up, sell them, in quantities of 2 or more. And if you have, that's a huge plus. But we sold these 2 flip phones for $29.99. And $7.95 for shipping and handling. And they're Samsungs, both of them. The other thing is a lot of people, flea markets, wherever it is that people source their stuff. We have a book that we created with 123 places, I think it was, because we wanted to try to get to 123 or 111, where we could actually source merchandise. One of those places have Christmas decorations. You guys have seen the ornaments and some of the decorations that we sold in the past. And you have to really look at them because some of them are sitting on a table for $1, or they're to the Salvation Army or Goodwill. And they're worth many more dollars than $1 or $2. This is one of those examples where there were 5 bidders on this. It sold for $46. I started the bidding, I believe, at $39.99 because I did my research. And the shipping on it was $7.41 because I believe we shipped it just 1 state over from where we live. So this is something that for $1 has sold for $46. So just make sure you're, doing your research when it comes to Christmas decorations that sell for good money. Another item I have is this original carving, a large bird sculpture. And this weighed, I want to say like 12 to 14 pounds. So it was very tall. It's, I want to say 21, 22 inches tall. And of course it's wide and it's thick and it's solid. So this was, a very cool find. We actually ended up with 2 large versions of this and 2 smaller versions of it. They're all signed by the artist, their initials in or whatever. And this one sold for $150 plus it was $23 for shipping and handling. As you guys know, I keep talking about the shipping and handling, but look at our other videos in regards to what we sold on eBay, and you'll see that, for example, if I charge $23 for shipping and handling on this, it probably realistically costs $14 for the postage, and the rest of it went back in-house for the supplies as well as a handling charge. So, just something to take note of, but this picture doesn't do this justice. It has some wear on the paint, as you can see, but they had colors of blue and a pink color. You already saw the dragonfly. Next, I have a Metropolitan Museum Art Sterling Silver Snowflake in a honeycomb pattern. These were done, I believe, in the 80s or the 80s for the museum, and we have sold in total maybe 5 or 6 of these that were sterling silver, and then we sold like 5 or 6 that were done in brass. And they sell really well. We actually found these with a bunch of Christmas decorations that were going to be thrown away. They were going to be recycled, and I was like, let me look through this stuff one more time, and honestly, only because they were in the box did I even grab them so I could look at them later. Glad I did that. And then because I saw they were boxed, we checked everything else again and found the other 5 or 6. So we ended up with, I'm going to say maybe about 10 of these in total that were sterling silver and some were brass. And this one, and all of them were different patterns. This one sold for $49.99, which is about what the others sold for. Some sold for $34, some sold for $39, and $7.95 for shipping and handling. Not only did they come with the boxes, but they came with like the little sterling silver pouch, as well as the certificate, and the history as well on each of these ornaments was also included. And it's in one of the I'm not going to flip it photo. It shows like the sterling silver marks, the American Metropolitan Museum of Art marks, etc. So all the hallmarks were there, which was great. Next, I have a piece of Chamberlain Studio Pottery. A lot of people do not believe that pottery sells anymore. As you guys can see, we sell pottery, we sell porcelains, bone china, etc. This is by the Chamberlain Pottery Studio. It's more like a platter, even though I put it as like a candy bowl dish. It literally is about the size of a 13-inch computer screen. And obviously it's in the shape of a turtle, so it's not perfectly like symmetrical or whatever. And it's textured, and the Pottery Studio's mark is on the back. And it has some other hallmarks that were on the back as well. This one sold for $44.99 plus $7.41 for the shipping. Thank goodness this went one state over, and in this case a little bit short on the shipping and handling, so we had to put in a couple bucks to make up the difference, which is no big deal because we do well on shipping and handling with everything else. The last thing I'm going to show you, and the only reason I'm showing you this is because I had a conversation with someone about beer steins, and they were like, oh, I can't believe you're going to pick up those beer steins. They don't sell. You should just donate them. I recently sold one for about $70, and these two sold for $41.99, and the shipping and handling was $16.95. I actually shipped these out for about $12 and some change, so we'll just round it up to $13. And I did have to send these out FedEx. I don't really like using FedEx as much because I don't think they're full with the packages. So if you do use FedEx, make sure you put extra protection around your items that you ship out. Because I'm telling you, any time that we have a damaged package, It's always FedEx, always. So it's rare, but it happens. So anyway, we shipped these 2 steins. Not only were the steins included, but inside the steins there was the original card that came with each one that had the little description. These were from the 1970s. They had like this whole Christmas series or whatever, and they're all hallmarked West Germany, etc., etc. And yeah, it was great. So if you see these steins, we ended up getting a total of, I believe, 6 or 7 steins. 4 of them, no, 3 of them were Schmid. I believe 3 of them were Schmid. One was by some company I had never heard of before, and the other 2 were by a company that I had never heard of before, but those were the ones that sold for much more money individually. I sold these 2 together because I felt that as a pairing, it would sell for more. If I sold these by themselves, they would only sell for about $14, $15 each. But putting them together, I was able to add like another $10 or so to that. So that's why they sold for $41.99. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe. And please leave a comment as far as, anything you would like me to show you, any tips, any questions you have about reselling. I would love to answer those. Like I said, I'm going to have another video coming out in regards to some of the items that we sold this holiday season in Q4. eBay is not dead. People say that all the time, and it is so not true. It's all about what you're selling. So just make sure you're being choosy. It's okay to walk away and spend $0, or if people are trying to give you their stuff, it's okay to say no, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, don't pick up stuff that's not going to sell, or if you're not going to make a profit of it on the item, it may not be worth your time and effort. But once again, please subscribe, please leave any questions, please check out our other videos, and we will come back to you with more Q4 updates. And I hope that you guys are having a great holiday season so far, and that it's memorable, and that it's 100% beautiful. And please be careful out there as far as the weather goes. So thank you again for tuning in to the Velvet Lounge. Happy holidays!